Hello and welcome to Henry Wheeler's Movie Reviews, where I take a look at films that I've never seen before. And today we're heading over to Australia to take a look at Peter Weir's 1975 breakout hit, A Picnic at Hanging Rock. Now, I'm not really familiar with Peter Weir's work, whether it be in Australia or his later films in the US, where he became more well known. Although I have seen The Truman Show, and I can't really remember what I thought of it. I think I enjoyed it, but I've always found Jim Carrey to be a very obnoxious screen presence. I just find Gurning to be... I hate it. The only film of his in which I've enjoyed him as an actor is probably Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. But I haven't seen The Last Wave, I haven't seen Gallipoli, I haven't seen Dead Poets Society, and I haven't seen Green Card either. I don't really know what to expect from this, but I'm quite excited because it is a cult classic, and I'm going to be watching the director's cut because that is supposed to be the preferred version. And unlike a lot of director's cuts, this one's actually shorter than the theatrical cut. So that's rather unusual. Not that I'm complaining, I think there are quite a few films which could do with some cutting. Well, actually any Quentin Tarantino film that was released after Jackie Brown, to be perfectly honest. So, let's check it out. So the story involves a group of schoolgirls from a private school called Appleyard Hall who all go on a trip to Hanging Rock in Victoria, Australia for a Valentine's Day picnic, and 4 of the girls go missing after wandering off to explore, and then the school subsequently goes searching for them. So to kick this off, the score is excellent, and the panpipes used in the title music sound sublime. There's something very heavenly and mysterious about it, which works wonders for the film, given the plot. It feels a bit eerie and timid at the same time. And the performances all around are pretty great. I was quite surprised to see a bewilderingly young John Jarratt, who I was shocked to see in this as Albert, a young valet for this English family who, in one scene, chats with Michael, who's one of the members of that family who is with his aunt and uncle. And the two of them observe the 4 girls who wander off and watch them crossing a stream. And Albert makes a comment about the figure of the girls and how he'd like to have a go. Michael then remarks how he'd rather he didn't say such crude things like that. And then Albert says,
I say the crude things, you just think them.
Which I thought was a very interesting line, given that it highlights the class system where, you know, it's perfectly acceptable for someone who is upper class to think it, but to say it, it's completely vulgar. Only someone working class would say such horrid things. And in reality, they're just as bad as each other. They're lecherous pigs. Objectification ain't cool, kids. Michael's character is very interesting as he becomes obsessed with one of the girls, Miranda, who appears to be the one who leads them off the beaten path. And he's intent on finding her and goes looking for it in the days that follow after their disappearance, even so much as to ask Albert to leave him at Hanging Rock overnight so he can spend as much time as possible looking after daybreak. Despite never having met her, he believes to be in love with her. I do also like the performance of Edith, who is rather panicked seeing her friends wander off in a daze, seemingly in this trance-like state. It's kind of unsettling to watch. And I adore how this film looks. It has this very painterly quality to it, which I found to be rather ethereal. Apparently Russell Boyd, the DP, and Peter Weir experimented with different techniques such as draping different types of veils over the lens to achieve this soft focus effect. And it really helps achieve this dreamlike quality that really reminds you of how the girls are dressed. Everything about this feels very dainty and floaty and it's totally my shit. I'm gonna give this 9 out of 10. I really love this, and it's amazing that it was little seen for so long until it was properly restored in the 90s, I want to say, I think. Maybe later, I'm not sure. I do want to watch it again though, given how mysterious the film is, because I would like to examine it a little bit more. In any case, now I really need to explore more Australian New Wave films, as this was simply marvellous. And I also need to see more of Peter Weir's filmography, because if the rest of his work is anything like this, it will be excellent. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you thought of the film in the comments. Yeah, I mean, it left quite an impression on me. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Toodles!